This is a world where some laws seem straight out of a sci-fi novel or a dystopian future. But what if I told you that such laws exist today, right here on Earth? In China, there are rules so bizarre they might make you question reality. From regulating reincarnation to banning time travel, the laws we're about to explore will leave you scratching your head. Are these rules about control, culture, or something else entirely? Stick around, because you won't believe what's legal and illegal in the world's most populous nation. China's laws are deeply rooted in a history of tradition and strict government control. For centuries, the ruling powers have crafted regulations to maintain order, often blending ancient customs with modern governance. But these aren't just any laws. They're shaped by a unique mix of Confucian philosophy, communist ideology, and a need for absolute control. This cultural backdrop has led to some of the most unusual and strict laws in the world. How does a nation's past and culture lead to such bizarre legalities? Let's dive into this fascinating blend of history and power. Reincarnation without government permission. Imagine needing government approval before you can reincarnate. Sounds surreal, right? But in China, this is a legal reality. Since 2007, Buddhist monks, especially in Tibet, must get the government's permission before they can be reborn. This law is not just about religion, it's a power move to control the spiritual leaders and their influence. The implications are profound, especially for Tibetan Buddhism, where the search for the next Dalai Lama, a reincarnated spiritual leader, has been a centuries-old tradition. How do you control something as mystical as reincarnation? In China, they figured it out. No time travel in media. Time travel might be a thrilling concept, but in China, it's a no-go on screen. In 2011, the government banned the portrayal of time travel in films and TV shows, fearing it disrespects history and confuses reality. This law means that beloved tropes, like characters going back in time to change the past, are off limits. Imagine a world without Back to the Future or Doctor Who. Chinese filmmakers have to navigate these restrictions, leaving audiences without the chance to explore the what-ifs of history through their screens. The ban on strange names. In China, naming your child isn't just a personal choice. It's regulated by law. The government has strict guidelines on what qualifies as a proper name, banning anything deemed too strange, offensive, or hard to process in official systems. Names using obscure characters or symbols, or those that don't fit the norm, are outright prohibited. For instance, names like At were banned, as they're seen as too unconventional. Imagine having to change your child's name because it doesn't pass government approval. In China, even a name can be a matter of state control. Compulsory patriotism in education. In China, patriotism isn't just encouraged, it's mandated by law. Schools are required to instill a deep sense of national pride in students, starting from a young age. This compulsory patriotic education involves teaching the glorification of the Communist Party, the importance of national unity, and the celebration of Chinese history. Every student learns that loyalty to the nation is paramount. The impact? A generation shaped by a curriculum that leaves little room for questioning or dissent. Imagine growing up with every lesson subtly reinforcing a singular narrative. How would that shape your worldview? Internet restrictions. Imagine living in a world where the internet is closely monitored, and your access to information is tightly controlled. In China, this is a stark reality due to the Great Firewall, an extensive system of internet censorship that blocks access to numerous global websites like Google, Facebook, and YouTube. This digital barricade is not just about restricting access. It's about creating a controlled online environment where the government dictates what information is permissible. For instance, not only are popular social media platforms like Twitter and Instagram inaccessible, but even the information you find on local search engines is heavily filtered. This means that users in China often rely on domestic alternatives like Baidu and WeChat, which are closely monitored and censored. Strange as it may seem, the Great Firewall extends beyond just blocking websites. It also involves sophisticated methods like keyword filtering, real-time content inspection, and even artificial intelligence to monitor and suppress online discussions. This extensive control extends to international news, with many foreign news outlets being blocked or heavily censored. For those living in China, expressing dissenting views online or accessing unfiltered information is a challenge. The concept of a free and open internet is far from their daily experience, where the pursuit of control shapes their digital reality. Ban on certain pets. In China, owning a pet isn't just a matter of personal preference. It's regulated by law, especially in urban areas. Large dogs, like certain breeds of shepherds or mastiffs, are often banned due to safety concerns and the desire to maintain order in crowded cities. For instance, in Beijing, pet owners have faced heartbreaking choices, either relocating their beloved pets or surrendering them due to these restrictions. The law aims to prevent chaos, but for many, it's a devastating rule that forces them to part with loyal companions, leaving a profound impact on pet owners and their furry friends. No public display of tattoos. In China, showing off your tattoos can be more than just a style choice. It can lead to serious consequences, especially if you're a public figure. The government has long discouraged the public display of tattoos, viewing them as symbols of rebellion or deviance. This has led to strict regulations, particularly in sports and entertainment. For instance, several athletes and celebrities have been forced to cover their tattoos during public appearances, sometimes even using bandages or makeup. The message is clear. In China, what you wear on your skin isn't just personal, it's political. Restrictions on foreign films. In China, Hollywood blockbusters don't always get the spotlight they do elsewhere. That's because the government enforces a strict quota on foreign films, allowing only 34 international movies to hit Chinese theaters each year. This policy isn't just about limiting cultural influence. It's about promoting domestic films and controlling what narratives reach the masses. For global filmmakers, this means fierce competition for a coveted spot, often leading to censorship or changes to align with Chinese values. Even major franchises have to tread carefully, altering scenes or entire plots to fit within China's stringent guidelines. Ban on obesity in military. In China's military, fitness isn't just encouraged, it's a legal requirement. Soldiers must adhere to strict weight standards, with obesity considered unacceptable. The law mandates that all military personnel maintain a certain level of physical fitness, and those who fail to meet the weight requirements face serious consequences. These can include mandatory weight loss programs, reassignment to non-combat roles, or even dismissal from service. The goal is clear: to ensure that the Chinese military remains a lean, efficient fighting force. But for soldiers who struggle with their weight, the pressure to comply can be intense. The ban on video games. In China, gaming isn't just a pastime, it's tightly regulated, especially for minors. A law restricts anyone under 18 from playing video games for more than 3 hours a week, with strict curfews in place. The government cites concerns about addiction and the impact on young minds, but the response from the gaming community has been mixed. Some parents welcome the restrictions, while young gamers feel frustrated by the limitations on their favorite hobby. For the industry, it means adapting to new rules or facing penalties. Imagine your favorite game, but with the clock always ticking. And there you have it, 10 bizarre laws and bans from China that are as fascinating as they are head-scratching. From the surreal regulation of reincarnation to the outright ban on time travel in media, China's unique legal landscape challenges our perceptions of control and freedom. Which of these laws did you find the most shocking? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this dive into the unusual and unexpected, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps us bring more intriguing content your way. And if you're fascinated by the quirks of global regulations or want to explore more strange and surprising facts from around the world, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Feel free to share this video with your friends. Let's see their reactions to these extraordinary laws. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video where we'll continue to uncover the most fascinating stories from every corner of the globe. Stay curious and keep exploring.